this is Azim Ali and I am back with another video. I hope you are all having an amazing day, and in today's video I am going to help you guys with the fact that if you are skinny fat, what should you do? Whether you should bulk or whether you should cut. So with that being said, let's get on to the video. So with that being said, let's get on to the two scenarios that I'm going to talk about right here. The first scenario actually is where you are kind of in the skinny fat zone, but you also have a decent amount of muscle backing up with it. But the problem is the fat that you are holding is actually in your belly area, or maybe in your glutes, or maybe in your hamstrings, or wherever you actually hold your fats, or maybe in your love handles as well. And the other scenario would be you kind of are skinny all over your body, but you still are holding fat in your belly area or your glutes area. So these are the two kinds of scenarios that usually occur. So what should you do? Should you bulk or should you cut? So let's take a scenario here once again. You are going on a proper bulk. Now you decided to go on a bulk and you went on like 500 to 600 calorie deficit. Now, first of all, what I would recommend you guys is, if you don't already know here, the thing here is like, if you are actually a natural lifter, you don't add more than 5 pounds of muscle a year. Even then, if you are superior in genetics, only then you are going to add 5 pounds of muscle. But that does not mean that if you don't have superior genetics, you won't add muscle. Maybe you might end up adding 3 pounds of muscle. Maybe you might end up adding 2 pounds of muscle. Depends on your genetics. But don't get discouraged, guys. Everyone has their own uniqueness. You should be discouraged by the other guy who can add more muscle. You have your own uniqueness in you. Don't let go of that thought. Don't let go of that perspective. Just because someone is better than you at something does not mean that it diminishes your quality. So let's get on to the first scenario. So maybe you are going on a bulk with a 500 to 600 calorie surplus. Now you gave it a year. In that year, you actually added 15 to 20 pounds of weight. Listen to me carefully here. Listen to me very carefully. You have added 15 to 20 pounds of weight, but the most of that weight that you have added is kind of fat, or it might be water. So the only amount of muscle that you actually added, considering you have superior genetics, and I'm kind of optimistic, so I'm going to give all of you guys the superior genetics. So let's consider that you are adding 5 pounds of muscle on a yearly basis, right? You are gaining 5 pounds of muscle. So you went on a bulk, you went on a 500 to 600 calorie bulk, and you were eating around what? Let's consider 600 calories over, and you added 15 to 20 pounds of weight. Remember that. You added 15 to 20 pounds of weight. Now with that weight that you added, most of it was fat weight and water weight. So you bulked up for 6 months and you got to the desired goal, the desired outcome that you wanted. But at the same time, because you went on a bulk and you never lost that fat, you never lost that belly fat, now you have more of a protruding belly and you never got rid of that belly. So now you have to work your ass off for the next 6 months so that you can actually cut off that weight, so that you don't lose a lot of muscle, but at the same time you are actually losing pure body fat. So in doing that, in losing all of that body fat that you lost in the continuing 6 months, the body fat that you actually lost was like all of that water weight and that body fat. Now you got to the ripped outcome that you actually wanted. But in that process, you had to go through a lot of suffering, guys, because you bulked up. You added even more fat to your physique. Whereas, let's take a different scenario where you actually go on a cut, but you give it a year, right? You give it a year. In that year, what you are actually doing here is you are going on a cut for a year. But what you are also doing is you are adding muscle while at the same time you are losing fat. And what I mean by that is you are going to add 5 pounds of muscle in this scenario as well. But in this scenario, you won't have to struggle even a bit. You know why you don't have to struggle even a bit? Because you actually went on a smaller deficit. Maybe you went on a 300 to 500 calorie deficit, but you maintained this deficit throughout the whole year, as opposed to going all in at once. So once again, what I would recommend is don't crash diet. Don't crash diet for 2 to 3 months and expect to have the best results, because you are going to end up losing muscle in the process as well. So what you did here was you went on a 300 to 500 calorie, a decent deficit, and you gave it a year in which you actually added muscle. And yes, you can add muscle on a calorie deficit as well. So don't get that misconstrued. You can actually add muscle on a calorie deficit. Now you added muscle in this scenario. So what happened was, in this scenario, you were actually leaner. You were actually better looking throughout the year, because you could actually pop your shirt off at any point of time and you didn't have to be embarrassed about anything. Whereas in the bulky scenario, where you were actually bulking, you couldn't even take your shirt off because you were that fat. And now you have to cut all of that fat for the next 6 months. In the cutting scenario, what you did was you still added 5 pounds of muscle, but you didn't add any more fat in the process, and you actually built 5 pounds of muscle even while cutting in a year. So in both the scenarios, as you can see, in the bulking scenario, you are still taking a year to add that muscle because you have to cut off that fat. So even though you added those 15 to 20 pounds, once you get rid of all of that fat, now all you are left with is 5 pounds of muscle. So at the end of the year, the outcome is the same. The outcome is the same. With bulk, the outcome is the same. With cut, the outcome is the same. But what actually happened in both the scenarios, as you guys can clearly understand, you were more comfortable while you were actually on a cut, and you were actually building muscle through that as well. It took a year to add 5 pounds on a cut, and it took a year to add 5 pounds on a bulk. Both the scenarios, the same results occurred, but you actually have to work really hard while you are on a bulk. Whereas you don't have to struggle as much while you are on a cut. So yes, I would highly recommend that you go on a cut when you are skinny fat. Now I also showed you both the examples here. Now I know you guys are at least this much sensible that you take the right decision here, right? I believe in you guys that you are going to take the right decision here. Go on a cut, add muscle on a cut instead of trying to add muscle on a bulk, where you have to struggle literally double the amount of time, whereas on a cut, you don't have to struggle as much. So I have given you my point of view, and I personally think that you should go on a cut. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to end today's video right here. If you guys actually enjoyed this video, show some love by liking this video. Comment down in the comment section below if you have any further queries or if you have any further video recommendations. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also press on the notification bell. Until next time, have an amazing day, guys. See you.